Ernst May designed an impressive city plan in Frankfurt after the First World War. He was one of the avant-garde of modern architecture. His success depends on his approaches, design applications techniques, and implementation on city planning experience. I'm going to talk about Ernst May housing policy of Frankfurt on the Main, 1929. In Germany, the First World War generated a need of city solution in order to create accommodation for increased population of Germany, because production of housing was go down and people could not find a house easily. At the same time, Germany was face to face with economic crisis. The economy of Germany was under influence of the First World War. Also, inflation was increased. Because of these reasons, the law of producing house was created by German government. It was Haushaltsteuer Act in 1924, which encouraged the local municipalities to tax homeowners. The tax was managing a fund that can created a housing between 1924 and 1931. The Ernst May became director of this city planning. Ernst May is an architect, also a city planner. He graduated from Technical University of Munich. May was student of Theodor Fischer. He worked also garden city concept with Raymond Unwin in London. Theodor Fischer and Raymond Unwin had been known with their remarkable garden city ideas. Ernst May used ideas of them about the city concept of Frankfurt on the Main project. May started to work in Silesian Buildings Department in Breslau in 1980. Breslau is the Krakow in Poland in today, and Silesian Buildings Department is the first experience about prefabrication multifamily house application for Ernst May. Therefore, Ernst May reflects their learnings to New Frankfurt city planning. At the same time, he used ideas of Frederick Winslow Taylor. Frederick Winslow Taylor is an American mechanical engineer who is the master of improving industrialization on architecture. Actually, Frankfurt Kitchen is obvious design which shows Taylorism. I'm going to talk about Frankfurt Kitchen later. May design several prefabricated housing in Frankfurt with using concept of standardization. In order to make affordable housing, he controlled his housing and city designs with the idea of minimal space and maximum efficiency. The idea coming from Frederick Winslow Taylor. May also taught that a city planning application includes the needs of citizens rather than their attitudes. I mean the Frankfurt city planning must shape the society. Their aim was to create a new concept of living. It called as one culture. And he thought that architecture could be a tool for social change. He moved to Soviet Union in 1930, where he planned a series of new towns. From 1934 until 1945, he was in Africa, farming in Tanzania, and practicing as an architect planner in Kenya. but was interned as an enemy alien in 1940, returning to Europe in 1953. In the new Frankfurt planning, initially expected the thing is residential housing needs. It was designed for small families. However, designers have to be careful about the limited budget. So these houses have to be available for the needs of families. Also, houses were designed for minimum existence. All the housing policy and city planning are giving importance of new lifestyle of new society of Frankfurt. While the new Frankfurt process were go on, he was face to face serious problems such that unhealthy condition of Frankfurt. So new settlements would be healthy and sanitary. Ernst May planned 24 settlements, which they are unique, modern, remarkable and revolutionary design. He used flat roofs, zigzag sides, light and air condition, reflecting pool, and wide range of color in their project. These modern designing applications were very radical decision in that time. All radical decisions were applied under the modern concept. Some of decisions were not only for new concepts, but also reflect the history of community. In Frankfurt, on the main project, practical and idealistic goals were met. All projects were designed in an integrated approach. Those 24 settlements were placed along Nida River Valley. May define the area for agricultural use and it can serve a green belt. It separates the older city from future expansion. Frankfurt on the main planning was designed for several communal features. Settlements provide place for living, learning, working and recreation. They designed independent social areas. These communal features support the new concept of living, one culture. It includes a local cooperative store, daycare centers, common using areas, community centers, shopping area, playground, common washing areas, guest house, schools and theaters. All of designed for one culture idea and positive sense of community. Ernst Smith wanted to design several houses in the Frankfurt under his concept of standardization and prefabrication modern housing. He designed minimal spaces with maximum efficiency in careful design. One of the best examples of producing and designing under these approaches is Frankfurt Kitchen. It was designed by Frau Grete Lihotzky. She was first female Austrian architect. The kitchen has all normal application and fixtures. It was standardized and mass-produced. It was designed with spatial arrangements. The all kitchen equipment was placed efficiently. While designing and producing all the equipment, minimum budget was used. The entrance of kitchen, there were small walls. In the face of entrance, there was a window. On the left side of the kitchen, there were a stove and a sliding door which support the entrance of living room and or dining room. On the right side of the kitchen, there were cabinets for food stuff and sink. Under the window, there was a countertop. Frankfurt kitchen, with all the spatial organization, was very unusual in Europe, and it became a pioneer for modern kitchen design. In Frankfurt, on the main project, small units, small kitchen, and also small furniture were designed. I mean, standardization did not end with the kitchen. Specially scaled design was produced. In fact, the aim of the project was producing small spaces, and all units were designed for minimum existence. So scale design was not amazing. Also, small furniture were designed to fit small spaces. About this issue, Mart Stamp said that modern architecture is therefore against prestige design, against access, and for human scale. I mean all project design was against access.